Songs to Make You Stay.
By J.E. Tria.
Oh, good. You don't have luggage. Kim forgot to remove his amp and pedal board from the trunk, and he has this weird thing against people moving his stuff. Laser eyes and smoke through nostrils. You don't want to know. Anyway, hi.
She stood there, talking to him with no preamble, superimposed against the wall of people loitering in the waiting bays. She was dressed in a muscle tee one size too big and cuffed shorts 2 inches shorter than what Shinta was ready for. Her dark eyes darted from his face to the backpack tucked between his legs and back to his face, settling there. Shinta felt a sharp rush of memories, fresh, raw, and very much welcome. A gritty 4-song set that got him sneaking backstage to meet the band, takoyaki and lukewarm beer in plastic cups, and sunburned shoulders and a flamingo sunset. He knew those eyes. He knew her. She was the vocalist of that band Train Man, the one he helped get a slot for a music festival in Tokyo last month, on a peculiar request from his mother. Panic polluted her eyes as his silence extended.
Oh God, did I get the wrong guy? Aren't you Shinta Mori?
Yes, I am, Shinta said hastily, lest someone else claimed the honor. He stepped toward her. Hello?
I'm Jill,
she said, front teeth troubling her bottom lip.
We met last month in Tokyo. Your celebrity connections got us a slot at that music festival.
Her periods came out sounding like question marks.
We hung out after our set. Our bassist, Son, he threw up all over your car's back tire.
I didn't forget. Hello, Jill. He smiled, liking the way his tongue wrapped around her name. Jill's eyebrows met, her eyes narrow slits.
So, Professor Mori asked me to pick you up and drive you home. You're all set? Let's go?
Sure. What was wrong? He was giving her his best fabric conditioner commercial smile. Didn't that work in this time zone? Jill led him across the driveway past 3 rows of parked cars, braking in front of a dated moss green Honda. She patted the chipped paint of the car's trunk as if it were a missed friend before heading for the door.
Meet Virginia, Kim's old reliable.
This might have been the first time he was meeting Virginia, but Shinta remembered Kim, the boyfriend. That piece of trivia was stamped in his brain, together with a vivid reel of proof that he saw with his own eyes. Still true or now false? Your boyfriend names his stuff.
And mine too, sometimes.
Still true then. Shinta thought he heard a chip come off his stout, confident heart, coupled with the spark of a flame inside his belly. He slid inside the car after her. Once they'd both slammed the doors shut, the smell of baked concrete and impending rain was replaced by the crisp scent of car freshener, worn leather, and the lingering notes of citrus and summer. Shinta inched closer toward Jill, finding the source of the faintest scent, his eyes closing of their own accord as he breathed in the curious flavor that clung to her shirt and skin. The rumble of Virginia the Honda coming to life made him jump back and strap on his seatbelt before she could notice his breach of her personal space.
I heard you canceled your mother's Christmas,
Jill said as she drove out of the airport's parking lot, commencing their journey. Shinta stayed put in his seat, his eyes on her. Is that what she's been telling people?
Yeah, you made her sad. She said she's boycotting glazed ham and queso de bola this year and will just have 2 slices of white bread for Noche Buena.
Thrifty. Shinta laughed, shaking his head. He knew he inherited his appetite for theatrics from one of his parents. My mother is not a fan of this acting thing. Loving nerd that she is.
I don't suppose a college professor would be very thrilled with her son skipping college.
Jill threw him an all-knowing look. Exactly, Shinta chuckled. She wants me to go back to school.
Oh, well, at least finish it before you run headlong into this madness, as she calls it.
You agree with her, of course. Jill took a while, as if deciding if he merited an honest answer, but her admission came out anyway.
Well, I like school, okay? I've decided to keep doing this music thing after I graduate, but I'd like to do that knowing I can do other things, too.
She spared him a short look.
I know you don't know me, and you must be judging me over there for being a nerd, but...
Not at all. You're right. I think I'd like to go back to school someday. That came out easily, blurted out as something meant to impress her. But as Shinta turned the thought over in his head, he knew it wasn't a lie. It was fun as an idea at first, skipping his academics for the celebrity life. But seeing his friends choose their paths and go through the normal final rites of passage made him feel like he was missing out. He didn't exactly choose this acting thing. Corny as it was, it kind of chose him.
But you like it. Your life, I mean.
Jill didn't turn towards him this time, her eyes focused on the road under Virginia's stride. But she released her question with an honest sort of curiosity, one that was thoughtful and kind. It's a fun gig, Shinta said, after a pause he used to rummage through his thoughts. I get to put on nice clothes, play pretend, get paid well for being pretty, throwing fake punches, and crying on cue.
Are you lonely?
Was her frank follow-up.
Yeah, actors in romance movies and books are always lonely.
No. Shinta was sure of this. I have friends, and I meet a lot of new ones all the time, like you. He flashed her another smile, but Jill was too busy minding the traffic and keeping silent to bother looking at him. Shinta cleared his throat, pushed to go on. My father and I disagree on a lot of things. I drive him crazy, and that's always fun. I see my mother once a year.
She misses you. It drives her crazy.
I know. Of course I miss her. We disagree on a lot of things too, so she's also fun. Yukimori, his mother, the academic, the unyielding, the wise, and the loving. But I'd hope she'd be happier for me now that my career is picking up.
So mean of you canceling her Christmas.
Jill teased.
You're the hot celebrity Grinch.
You think I'm hot?
Wow.
Jill let out a low whistle, this time sparing him a glare before zoning back on the road.
Your mother's right. You are full of yourself. I think I like last month's Shintamori better. Sweaty and tipsy. Less of an inflated head.
Each word she said felt like an extra second's permission to study her, to take in one new detail after the other. A tiny mole at the base of her neck, punctured by the tip of a small cross she wore as a pendant. There were 3 piercings on her right earlobe, each decorated by a differently shaped silver stud, star, skull, and bone. And then there was her mouth, full lips and thoughtful tongue that spoke with no breaks once she got her bearings. Call me Shinta, please. My friends call me Shinta.
Songs to Make You Stay.
By J.E. Tria.